Yeah, Remember the Titans is always a banger. That's like a go-to any type of movie. Like,
yeah, it was actually really well done.
There's just many messages in it that you can just relate to. Like, even just like how they go through the black and white, and like that training camp is like a pivotal moment in that movie where they are forced to just get along, and then they end up they don't matter about the skin color, and it's epic.
Gettysburg, whew,
yeah,
pretty gnarly spot.
Morning team. We were just yarning about how good Remember the Titans is as a movie. Morena, pull up with your morning coffee. Happy Monday. Sun is shining. Hope you all had a good weekend. How are we this morning, brother?
Yeah, good. We had a real good class this morning. No more GVT. Everyone's excited by that. So we're going 5.
So we're done.
Done for that part. So we switched the back squat programming up, and it went really well. And this morning, all up went really well. So I was pretty stoked with how everything's gone. It was a really good weekend. Bit of sport.
Yeah.
I tried fried chicken on waffles.
Not good?
I didn't mind it. I must admit, I didn't mind it. I was really... Because when it comes out, right, I got a big waffle and you got big fried chicken stack. Yeah. And then they got a big thing of syrup. And when I put the syrup on, it made it. And I didn't think sweet syrup on a fried chicken would do it, but there you go.
And was it like nice and...
It was fucking spicy.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. And I was like, I was like...
Afterwards,
really early in the morning, spicy food probably didn't go down well, and I sat on the toilet for a bit.
Spicy and fried, bro, not the one for... Should have just stuck to your oats.
I should have. Well, I was down at Little Creatures.
Yes, everyone's been raving on how good it is for breakfast and stuff.
Yeah, Little Creatures, if you haven't been down there in Hobby, amazing. Fabric Cafe next door, just as good.
That is good. Sorry, I'm just going to get my phone.
So both of them are really good. Little Creatures... It's obviously the brewery down in Hobsonville Point's amazing.
It's a good little spot, eh?
It was really packed. The kids were running around and scooters, and
because the walk around there is quite good to take with the kids and stuff, eh?
Got scooters, definitely. Just let them run right. So yeah, definitely.
But good start to the day this morning.
Yeah, real good. I haven't had breakfast yet, so I'm real hungry. So after this, I'm gonna get something to eat. We've got a bit of a big day here today. So.
What dropped on the weekend? Let us know.
Battle testing competition, 14th November. We've already had quite a few people message us inquiring about that. Registrations go live 5 p.m. today. Check out the event page on Facebook. All the links will go up pretty much bang on 4:59:51, hopefully.
Yeah.
Thereabouts. But then, and then spaces will be limited. So get in quick. Early bird registrations for 2 days at $105.
That's
and then it goes up.
That's mean. I'm so excited. As you said the other day, we've all been working behind the scenes, just like trying to make it happen. And I'm just excited that we get to throw down in the house. We all, for the last 2 or 3 years, we've been going to other gyms and stuff. So it'll be really cool to put on something for everyone. And at a time where all the comps and stuff have been cancelling and changing and all that hoo-ha, it will be just really good. So get your partner. Sorry if anyone wants to ask me, I'm out of action. Even if you didn't, but you might have, just throwing that out there, just in case everyone, nah.
I got a message from Link saying that they tried one of the workouts and it was epic.
Yes.
So that's the feedback we want.
What was that? Pazzo, what's that comment?
Oh, So yes, that's true, Pazzi. I said that anything past Green and Hythe Bridge, I don't believe in West Auckland. So
do you call Hobsonville Point?
Oh, over the Green and Hythe Bridge, I call it West.
That's what connects it.
Yeah. So he's like, no, what the heck? So yeah, and saying that yes, we were looking at property in Hobsonville. Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, the Hobsonville Point is really nice, and I actually quite like Whenuapai and the development that's going on out there.
Yeah.
And Riverhead. So those are definitely spots if you haven't. And I just saw he goes not as good as Rudy. Yeah. Have you seen Rudy?
No, what's Rudy?
The movie Rudy. Have you seen Rudy? Man, Rudy is so the guy that plays Samwise Gamgee in Lord of the Rings. Elijah Wood. The main Hobbit. Yeah. And his partner, the little fat guy that runs around. He plays Rudy. Rudy is like this real little guy who desperately wanted to be a college football player. Yeah. And he's so tiny that everyone just like, no, you're not going to make it. You're not going to make it. But he's got such perseverance that the coach goes, okay, you can come onto the practice squad and you can just practice against our guys and make our guys better. Yeah. And he was just ruthless. He was tiny. He was like a midget going up against big grown men. Yeah. And on the very last game of his senior year, the very last play, they brought him in. He forces a fumble, scores a touchdown.
And it was like that iconic moment.
Yeah, iconic. And it's a true story. And he's at Notre Dame, and it's an unbelievable movie.
Okay.
But I think Remember the Titans is better than Rudy.
Yeah. Okay. Remember the Titans and now Rudy. Okay. I love those sporting iconic movies. Like those are the movies that get me in the feels, definitely. Especially when it's a true story as well.
Jackie Robinson's the other one.
Is it another?
You know, is it Chad Brunswick, the guy that just passed away from?
Yeah.
So he played the first Black American baseball player, and it talks about how the amount of racism that was in the league when everyone used to be on the sidelines going, "You nigga," the rest of it, and he would have to take it and not respond, and he wasn't allowed to turn around and fight them because then he would get kicked out of the league because he was a guy that they were trying to say, "Hey, be this representation of African Americans," and if he went and fought them, then they were like, "Oh, you're just like every other."
Wow,
it's an incredibly powerful movie.
Yeah. Morning, Tama. Oh, you had a big weekend, bro. I can't wait to catch up about the weekend that you had. Super proud of you. Yeah, super proud of you, bro. What else? Did your team win?
No, they didn't, but they played really well, and I was really proud of them. And yes, they made some dumb mistakes, but for guys that have now done almost 5 months overseas, playing rugby league to look after the game or the rest of it, I thought they did really well. They up at Canberra are a top 4 side, and they won it on the day. So,
Oh, that's good then. And predictions for the winners?
Man, you can't go past the Roosters or Panthers. I think Roosters-Panthers grand final. I would like to see the Roosters win solely so they get their 3-peat.
Yeah.
But the Panthers do deserve it.
Yeah.
So, it's going to be a great grand final, whoever it is.
Yeah. Totally off the subject though. Did anyone see the Harbour Bridge? And is anyone stuck in traffic now listening to the banter?
Is it as bad as they say it is?
I heard on the radio just on the way here that it's an hour and a half from Greville, or from Oteha Valley Road is an hour and a half to the city. And I'm just like, wow, can we do that? Like, wow. And then are they gonna try and encourage people to use public transport? Is another conversation that they're having. Would you jump on the buses just because you don't want to sit in traffic for an hour and a half? Would you?
Yeah, but then you got to deal with the whole COVID mask.
I just don't want to put myself at risk, really.
Yeah, well, I just work at home.
Yeah, true. That's a good one. But yeah, that was a bit nuts how the bridge is almost closed.
But I don't understand. Like I haven't actually read any of the reports, but I understand that when the truck hit the one pylon that you're not allowed to hit.
Yeah.
It hit it, and it's a support structure, which means that it's like several thousand tons to replace it.
Yeah. He said it's so bent. Yeah, but that cargo must have been full to do that.
Yeah, and hit it hard. Well, I'm gonna have to look at some photos because
that's hectic.
I'm still trying to kind of wrap my head around the whole sort of what that looks like, and I feel sorry for that driver because it's not his fault, but he'll feel like
who will get in trouble.
Well, I don't think anyone, because the wind is from what I understand, the wind was so strong up there, it hit the truck, and it just.
Did they put any signs up saying be careful of high winds and probably not to drive? Yeah,
I would imagine they probably put a sign up, but I don't know. I'd hate to be that truck driver. That's all I know.
Bloody hell!
Screw that.
Bloody hell! Did you see my my mustache video yesterday?
That was funny. I showed Ayla. She was like, "Is that real, Dad?" I was like, "No, Bob, it's not. It's just a filter. Can I get that filter?"
Yeah.
So I was trying to find the filter, but I couldn't find the filter.
That mustache, I got so many replies going, "Did you just shave your armpits and put that on your top lip?" And I was like, "No, but it
you could."
I like the filter because it actually looks real. That I'm like, this is weird how this looks so real and just oddly, weirdly not normal. But of course I'm embracing it, like all of it. And the avatar filter, that's when I put that on, I feel like I'm that. Like I feel like that's what you guys all look at me like. That's what I look like. And I'm like, this is really resonates.
How amazing are filters getting?
Oh, yeah, is that some conspiracy FBI thought saying there now your face is now copied? But when I talked about it the other week, we were saying between Apple and Samsung, who's going to come up with the face recognition with the mask on? It's the same thing. They've been doing face recognition for how long?
Yeah, I was buzzed out because when you put that thing up there, I was actually thinking yesterday, it's like, Remember when they did the face swap?
Yes.
This was like 2014,
Yeah.
2015. And that was like this wow feature. Like no one ever is going to be able to time that. Now it's just like, meh.
It's like a thing. You can get like filters that adjust your face.
Yeah.
And that's like, wow.
Yeah.
That's why people are getting catfish.
But like, in America, 20 years ago when they did The Matrix, I think you talked about this ages ago. What they did 20 years ago in The Matrix, we can do now on our cell phone.
Yeah, that's...
As consumers, not digital sound effects, graphic artists in a room somewhere with these amazing computer things, etc., etc., etc.
That's nuts. Faith just put up, if you watch the series called The Capture, it makes you really think about how much they can do with your face. Yeah, like, how many people are going to be catfish, like, nowadays because of all those filters? Like, have you seen the Catfish TV show?
No, I haven't.
Oh, it's out the gate, like, how people like, just fake identity. Like, I'm not surprised if there's, like, a profile out there of me because of how much access there is. But it doesn't make me go, is it too much? I know it's scary, but I think we just all have to be aware and understand it. Like,
I think Claire Turnbull's had it.
Yeah. Even that, like, but that would happen on the daily for like famous people, would it not? Like,
I would say so. I would say so. It was funny. I was with our my godson's mum, Melissa Davies, who's a TV3 reporter, and it's really interesting the people who recognize famous people but they don't know, and you're kind of sitting there with her, and then there's these people around going, and you can see it on their phones, checking it there, etc., etc. And it's for people who are well known, it must be an incredibly difficult thing to get catfish like that and to be out in public and all the rest of it. So
that's hectic. Any new series that you've watched?
I watched a movie last night with Tom Hanks called Greyhound.
Good.
Fucking unreal.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is it a true story?
Yes, it's a true story. I don't know if the actual story is true, but the scenario is true.
Wait, Tom Hanks is Forrest Gump, eh?
Yeah, yes. Forrest Gump. So it's on during the World War II, the Battle of the Atlantic was around the shipping of supplies from America to England to help the war effort. And what they would do is they'd send, say, 30 supply boats, troop carriers, and oil, etc., out there, and then as a group, and they would have escort boats, which are like cruisers and destroyers, and they would stop submarines from attacking. And the whole concept of the movie is the cruiser Greyhound, which is in charge of the protection of this, led by Tom Hanks, has been hunted by a well-known group called the Wolfpack, which is 5 U-boats or submarines who chase them. And it's basically an hour 40 of just submarine versus destroyer activity, and it's unreal.
Could you go in a submarine?
I would be freaking out. No, I couldn't. I would, only because I know that, like, if something happens, you're stuck there. Oh, you're stuck there, man. Like, bro, like, I've been on Navy ships and I hate it.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, if we go down, we've.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can.
And because you've only got like that space in the submarine.
Oh, and it's tiny. Like, I've never been in a sub, but what I understand, it's like they actually have height restrictions. Like, you can't be a tall person to go into a sub. So I don't think I would get in there anyway. But like, I've been on Takaha and Tamana, and that is really tight. And 6 months at sea. Ooh, wow. Yeah, it's pretty intense. So, and the submarine, I understand submarines are far bigger now, but it would still freak me out.
That's like, but it's cool though. Like, I'm fuzzy that they've engineered that. Like, people in that time can engineer a submarine to do what it can do.
Well, and it's interesting. People now have the ability to, like with sonar, any little beeps and bobs.
Yeah.
They can actually determine
and translate, right?
Translate that, and they can actually drive or skip the sub around rock formations based off sonar, like it says we were driving.
So they're listening. They make directions with what they listen to.
Yeah, they'll be like,
that's
200 yards, rock formation, veer left 2 degrees. Oh, actually,
yeah, that's a big commitment.
Yeah, and they're very, very smart navigators. So, but yeah. Greyhound, great movie.
And
it's short.
Nick wants to go on a little sub excursion. Do they do them?
There is one down. Hey Nick, when you're in Queenstown next, they've got the shark dive expedition. So it's like this little 2-man submersible pod. So you got a pilot in the front, you're in the back, and it just does this in the water. So you go underwater, you come out like a dolphin, sharky type thing. Yeah.
Is it like a jet ski, but like you're in a bubble?
Yeah, you're in a bubble. Yeah.
And you could go under.
Yeah, you got a cockpit. You go like this. You actually sit back. So an old member of ours from way back at the camp days, Ashley Boys, she was taking, there was imagery of her, and it's basically, she's got like her little GoPro, and it's like underwater, comes out, scoots around like a jet ski, goes underwater, comes back up. Yeah, you can do that. That's in Queenstown.
That is unreal.
Yeah, I'd never seen it before.
That's like those boards that you can go up, that you hover out of the water, and like the jet boards? And you like fly up. I don't understand the point of it though.
I did that with Sammy Canyon. Yeah, took them out, and
what was it like?
It's awesome.
Yeah.
So the way it works, the same proviso as snowboarding. So it's there's no real sort of, I think it's just like a toy basically that's connected to the jet ski. The jet skis are neutral, so as it ramps up with the engine, it spurts out a whole lot of water, and that creates the lift for you.
Right.
And you basically lie on your stomach, and it pushes you along the water. And then when you're ready, you just push your feet down, so it's underneath you, and then you launch right up. And it's pretty buzzy because you can get quite high up, and the amount of sea life and stuff that you see is quite buzzy.
Really?
Yeah, there's a lot of stingrays in Takapuna, FYI.
Really?
Yeah, by the rocks. Yep.
So you can actually get high enough that you can see.
I would say I was probably
as high as the up here.
So I was probably about here. So actually, where we are now.
And what was it like? Were you like? Was it like?
Oh, it's pretty stable. Like, and you can move. So like, the more that you go on your toes, the more that you're going to go that way, and you can go that way. And then if you want to go to your right, all you do is you just lift one leg and you drop, and you pivot and you turn, but you can't go far. Like, you can't.
Did it feel like you were flying?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
that's cool. I would want to do that just because it feels like you would be flying.
You can backflip and front flip, but I was too scared to.
Right. I mean, like, because you would have been high. Yeah. How did you come down?
You come down, what you do is you tell him to drop him revving it.
And it
brings you down.
Oh.
Yeah. Or you can kind of like just come down yourself, like you just kind of fall into the water, and then you can just, and then he'll pretty much slide.
Are you an extreme sport person? Like, are you a bungeer? Are you a skydiver?
Yeah. And yes, still freaks me out though. But I enjoy it.
I don't think I would do bungee, but definitely skydive I want to do. Like skydiving, that would be terrifying, but I think it would be so like one of those like, I'm alive moments.
Yeah. Well, you sense like within about the first 10 seconds, you forget that you're falling. Does that make sense? Like you can you're actually more scared in the plane because you're about to do the jump.
Yeah.
But then when you've done the jump, so now that doesn't matter anymore. Like, oh my God, this feels amazing, and I'm actually falling. And and after about 30 seconds, it just feels like it's normal. And then when the shoot up, that's pretty loud.
I don't like when you fall on the bungee, how it like the drop after. Yeah. Like I reckon that again, you adjust to when you're jumping, and you're like, oh, okay, I'm okay, and then you don't know when it's gonna pull. Would be my that would scare me the most because I've seen videos and people are like their bodies are like look like salmons.
If you got a sore back, I wouldn't do it.
FYI for that one.
FYI. I've done Queenstown and I've done Auckland. So yeah.
Oh, have you done the big one in Queenstown?
No, Nevis. No. Yeah. That fucking freaks me out.
Yeah.
It's a 6 meter free fall.
A what?
6 second free fall. So basically
before the rope.
Yeah, before the rope.
Yeah, nah, see that scares me.
Yeah. I think that would probably scare me more. But I would have a crack at it, but I would be pancaking for a good 2 or 3 hours prior to doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'd be trying to put on a brave face. And so I'll be like that duck, very calm on top, but underneath I'll just be like pure adrenaline, wanting to go to the toilet 19 times, nothing's coming out.
Do you reckon people piss themselves?
100%.
Actually, it's like
you would have shit themselves. I'll guarantee it. They've done it. It's happened. It surely has happened.
Yeah, you just don't. I wouldn't recommend eating, You wouldn't because that would suck.
Maybe a stiff drink just before going up.
Just a shot?
Just a shot or something, just to kind of, or smelling salts.
Nick did Nevis. Is it Nevis?
Yeah, Nevis, yeah.
Nevis last year. Oh, wow. Holly. Yeah. Nah, I don't think I would do that. I'd jump out of a plane, definitely. What about those guys with the suits and they jump off the cliff?
The wingsuits, Wow, they're
That's incredible.
Yeah,
I like watching the videos, but I don't think I could do that.
I would I'd love to know what their resting heart rate would be as they're doing it. It must be really high because the amount of adrenaline, because you are flying at breakneck speed and manipulating the wing and the air to be able to get from point A to point B. It's pretty impressive.
That is like When they jump, and then like you see the cliff face that they're jumping down against as well, and they're navigating through, and then that stuff. You must be fearless, I reckon.
I think
there must be a point of like that's fearless in you, like.
But I think I would rather do that than have to hold a snake.
You what?
I snakes just they put the fear of God into me. Like, you know, people go, I can't do spiders. Like, I hate spiders as well, but snakes scare the shit out of me. I am frozen in fear of snakes.
Wow.
Yeah, snakes are my nemesis.
What kind of snake?
Fucking any of them. Like I can't watch Anaconda. I can't watch snake movies. Snake on the plane, couldn't watch it.
Yeah. What about the old school Anaconda?
No.
That was like the scariest snake movie, I reckon.
Yuck.
What? So you would rather base jump?
I'd rather base jump.
You would rather base jump than
hold a snake.
Really?
Yeah.
$1 million for a snake.
For $1 million, I would do my best, but I would say I'd probably pull out. I'd give it a shot, but I've like
the skin.
Oh, yuck! It's just disgusting. When we were in what's the island called?
And
it's in New Caledonia. It's fucking full of snakes. It literally, my heart rate would have been 120 the whole day, and I'm sitting
like you're just walking and
just like
And what snakes just walking past?
They're everywhere. They're literally everywhere.
But they're not going to hurt you though.
No, they're not. But they're just there, and that's enough for me.
Anyone else have snake fears?
I fucking hate snakes.
Anyone else have snake fears? Someone pick a number for us today for quote of the day. Got the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, I can even feel it, like in my fingers.
And guess what else we got? Ryan from Dose & Co has hooked us up with some Dose & Co. So we have a tub that I'm going to do a little giveaway for any of our Banter fam. So stay tuned on our socials. How did the MK stuff go?
Unbelievable. Thank you so much. Sorry, yes, we should have said that at the start. That's my mistake. What you guys did for MK was unbelievable. She was super rapt. She came in and she was really worried because that was when the whole bridge fiasco happened. And so she was really late getting here. But, you know, we filled up 2 massive cars full of gear, pushed the boots down, have to tie it in. That's how much gear you guys have got. And I know a lot of you guys still have more, so we will do another run probably in October to help out MK. So thank you very much, Rano, for all your work. It's epic.
That was me, straight up.
They're here, cool.
Channel's pick number 67. Quote of the day for the day, so is a goodie. Page 67. Optimism is the one quality more associated with success and happiness than any other. Optimism. Mean fam. Thank you for tuning in this morning. We will see you tomorrow. Have a good day. Spread those good vibes. Enjoy the sunshine. Have a good day, fam.